Alright, what's going on everyone? Today we're going to be looking at Rakdos Aristocrats, and yes, this isn't my deck or an original deck, but it's a deck that I've been having a ton of fun playing. Oh, but first off, before I get into this, it is absolutely pouring. It is raining very heavily right now, so apologies if that's doing weird things with my audio, because it probably is. But anyway, this deck is super simple. Most people, or it's actually pretty complex. There's a lot of like crazy lines you can take with it, but people probably are familiar with it. So the main three cards that most people are familiar with: Mayhem Devil says whenever you sacrifice a permanent, it deals 1 damage to any target. Cauldron Familiar, when it enters the battlefield, opponent loses 1, you gain 1, and then you can sacrifice a food to return it. And Witch's Oven allows you to sacrifice a creature to create a food token. So the idea is you use the Witch's Oven to sacrifice Cauldron Familiar, you get a food token, then you sacrifice that food token to get Cauldron Familiar back, and that will trigger Mayhem Devil twice, dealing 2 damage. So in total, for 0 mana, just for having these out, you can deal 3, gain 1 every single turn. And that's just the start, because we also have things like Priest of the Forgotten Gods. You can sacrifice 2 other creatures to make the opponent sacrifice a creature, and you draw a card and get 2 life. So that's more sacrifice. You don't lose too much. You technically lose 2 creatures, but your opponent loses 1 and you draw a card. Plus you get the mana, and it's actually perfect with Gutter Bones because you add 2 mana to your mana pool and draw a card. That 2 mana can then return Gutter Bones right back to your hand, and the Priest, it makes the opponent lose 2 life, which means the opponent lost life, which activates Gutter Bones' ability and allows you to return it to your hand. So they're perfect together. Another cool thing is Claim the Firstborn. You can gain control of a creature, a smaller creature, and then you can sacrifice it to Witch's Oven after you attack with it, or you can sacrifice it to Priest of the Forgotten Gods, and that's also going to trigger Mayhem Devil more. We also have Chandra. She is amazing in this deck. For 0, you can create 2 1/1 tokens, and those can be sacrificed to the Priest. So it's a free way to make your opponent sacrifice and we draw. And that will also trigger Mayhem Devil because it doesn't care if you sacrifice a token, it just cares about sacrificing anything. We can also sacrifice stuff with this. So when we play it, we get a goat token that can be sacrificed to Scry. We can also sacrifice anything that we get from this. So we can claim a creature, attack with it, then sacrifice it to Scry, and the opponent loses their creature. So there's a lot of overlapping sort of synergies here, right? I also have Murderous Rider just because I like it. It's not normally played in the deck. We also have Midnight Reaper, which lets us draw cards every single time we draw. It's also perfect with Cauldron Familiar, right? We sacrifice it to Oven, we bring it back, the opponent loses 1, we gain 1, and then we lose 1 and draw a card. So we're basically trading that 1 life for a card instead. What else? We have Judith as well. That will trigger anytime a non-token creature we control dies. It deals 1 damage, so we have some redundancy here. It doesn't work with Chandra or the goat token, but for the most part, we basically have 7 instances of this damage. And we also have Rankle, which when it deals damage, it forces each player to sacrifice a creature. In our case, we can sacrifice Gutter Bones and then bring it right back. We can claim the Firstborn, attack with Rankle and whatever we claim, and then we can sacrifice the creature that we took with claim, and then it will also force them to sacrifice. So you see what's going on here? It's kind of crazy. There's all these overlapping kind of crazy things we can do. And it's just super fun. So let's just get into the gameplay. I think we're gonna play best of 3 actually. So that would be here. Yeah, this deck's it's a lot of fun just because it does all kinds of, like every game feels very different. It seems like from the opposite end of the table, it seems very repetitive because it's just, cat, oven, sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. But when you're playing it, there's so many different lines you can take and it's super fun. This hand is pretty great. I wish I had a sacrifice outlet, but we do have Mayhem Devil and Chandra, and that's great. So this is fine. We have exactly the number of lands I want with this deck. So we will play Swamp, Cauldron Familiar. Opponent go to 19, we go to 21. The issue with this deck is there are tons of 3-drops, so turn 2 can be a little bit awkward just because we never have anything to do. That's great. Happy to see that. So we'll just play this. Attack for 1. And pass. Am I on ultra? I'm lagging. Why am I I'm on low. Fantastic. Love lagging on low. Agonizing Remorse. I don't even know what they take. This hand is so good. Probably a Chandra. I would take Chandra. Because sacrificing both of those tokens, yeah, with 2 Mayhem Devils is pretty brutal. So, these don't do anything now. So I'm just going to run this out. Am I? Yeah. We'll run this out just to deal more damage right now. And that's fine. Because Mayhem Devils won't trigger if they blow up a creature, but Judith will. So, I don't know. It's fine. Yeah, without Chandra, this hand doesn't do as much, which is disappointing. I would have loved to have played Chandra there and then Mayhem Devil. Next turn, Gutter Bones is fine. What are the chances they make us sacrifice when we attack? Is there anything that does that? I guess it doesn't hurt. We will play this. Just in case they have like a sacrifice and attacker type of thing. I don't think they do. I don't know if there even is anything, but I'm not 100% sure. So we do that, and I guess we can play Gutter Punch as well. So this is just kind of an aggro hand. We're just kind of going fast. This is looking like Rakdos Sac. Oh yeah, it triggers on them sacrificing their lands too. That's great. A lot of people don't think about that. They sacrifice their Fabled Passage and then they take a damage. It would have made sense to sacrifice that when Mayhem Devil was on the stack, so they didn't take the damage, but I probably wouldn't have thought of that on their side of the table either, so yeah, it's fine. So opponent's dead next turn from the damage on board. Now they're not. Alright, so what are they hitting? Mayhem Devil doesn't really do much. It is a lot of damage though. But they do hit that, so we'll do one to them. They go to 12. There's another Gutter Bones. I will attack. Opponent goes to 5. We can play both, because if they play a board sweeper... If they play a board sweeper, they die from Judith. So I'm not concerned, unless they gain life somehow. But if they play like Shatter the Skies, they'll take 5 damage from Judith and just die. They go to 3. Dang. Nope, they're gonna gain life, so that's annoying. So they gain 5 and take 5. Oh, they just die. Where are they supposed to gain life with that? Hang on. Well, I don't get to look at it. I'm confused. Okay, so this is not great here because they don't have creatures, or they might, but I didn't see any. This sideboard is really weird, by the way. It's just kind of a cobbled together thing. What do we want against a control deck? This produces tokens, so that's usually good. Croxa's good with Agonizing Remorse. I guess we can just do 2 of those. And it's good if we go into the late game. Yeah, it's fine. We'll try that. This deck doesn't normally play like that. That was just we had kind of a beatdown hand there. Judith does that. Judith turns ordinary kind of boring hands into very fast, aggressive beatdown hands. Judith is an underappreciated card in Standard, I think. This is not keepable. Nope. This is not great. Oh, I mean, we'll keep it, but what do we put back? Yikes. I want everything here. I think we'll probably draw another land, right? Yeah, probably. Probably. Maybe. There's another Midnight Reaper. That's great. I'm happy to have 2 of those on a hand that I mulliganed. Draw some extra cards. That'd be nice. Cool thing about this, I didn't talk about this because it was in the sideboard. It does sacrifice itself. You put it into play and then it sacrifices itself if it didn't escape, so that will trigger all of our sacrifice stuff. Okay, so we're going to lose a Midnight Reaper here. I don't think they're going to take Roxa, are they? I mean, they might. They did. Huh, interesting. Well, I guess we're not doing anything next turn. So we'll play this tapped, and we'll attack for 1. Okay. I guess maybe they have a handful of disruption and they're just planning on getting Midnight Reapers next turn. They just didn't want us to cast Croxa. Let's see if they have like an Agonizing Remorse. They do. I called it. Good news is, even though we don't have much going on, Midnight Reapers will help us draw when they're killing our stuff, which this deck seems to be wanting to do, so that's good. It's good when our creatures replace themselves when they die, when our opponent's killing them all. Unfortunately, Agonizing Remorse did exile. Did this exile? No, it's discard. Oh wait, no, it's in the graveyard, right? We don't have to... Do we... I'm willing to pay 2, just in case they have another Agonizing Remorse. Yeah. I don't want them to see that mountain. I want them to think that it might be a threat, so they waste a hand disruption spell if they have one. I don't know if the 2 life really matters in this matchup. We're either going to win or they're going to survive into the late game and take control of the game there, so 2 life probably not too important. Probably. Opponent gets a swamp. Sure. Crypt of the Carnarium. Oh, it exiles. Ugh, nothing's going to the graveyard. That's a bummer. Sure. We'll play this tapped. We'll play this. We'll pass the turn. Yeah, they're exiling everything, and that's kind of a problem. Teferi Time Raveler. Super fun.
I'm known for my excellent timing.
Everyone loves Teferi, right? You guys looking forward to the Teferi chord set? Sure, it's gonna be fun. Can't wait for that. My Mayhem Devil gets bounced, of course. Birth of Melitus is going to get them a Plains. If they play like a Dream Trawler, this game's over. Yep. So we'll play this. We'll play this. We'll try to play this. There we go. But Dream Trawler here, I'm just gonna concede, I think. Actually, we can wait until we draw just... Oh no. They'll be able... I was gonna say just in case we draw a Midnight Reaper or Murder Strider.
No,
Sure.
I am not
Activate Teferi.
go.
There, man, I'm on it today. Called that one. And we draw a land. So, yeah, this game's over. This game's over. Dream Trawler just wins. It's like unbeatable, basically. I don't know if I've ever won against the Dream Trawler on the opposite side of the board. So, how do we go about this now? Well, it's sorcery, and that doesn't work. I don't know, I think we're fine. Maybe we could go down to Kroxa for our Underworld Dreams. Let's do that. Let's do that. I don't know if that was right or not, but we're gonna find out. So I want like an aggro hand with lots of gutter bones and stuff. This is not it, but we do have Judith, so I think this is fine. We also have the Perfect Curve. Well, we don't have Perfect Curve. We don't have 2-drop, but Cauldron Familiar into Judith and to Rankle seems pretty good. Midnight Reaper to draw cards from stuff dying seems pretty good. Assuming it's not a Cry of the Carnarium. To exile all the things. This seems pretty decent. Didn't see a single Witch's Oven this entire game, or this entire match. But this hand seems decent. Want to play? Oh, well, there it is. Look at that. Fancy. So we will play that. We will attack for 1. Witch's Oven is pretty good against control just because they can't kill my stuff without me getting value. And the Cauldron Familiar just keeps coming back, so yeah, not bad. Thought Erasure is gonna take something. Probably a Judith. No, they take Rankle. I didn't have land for that, but puts another Thought Erasure in the graveyard. Interesting. So end of turn, we will sacrifice the cat. Get a food token. Play the cat. Drain for 1. Draw. Ooh, oh, we can't play it. Can't play it because we don't have the proper land. So, Judith or Midnight Reaper. Have gas in hand, so I don't necessarily need to draw. Let's go Judith for damage for now. Attack for 2. When it goes to 13, we'll pass. If they kill Judith, we'll sacrifice Cauldron Familiar in response. Cry of the Carnarium. Well, we'll sacrifice the cat before that resolves. Deal a damage. That resolves. Kills Judith. Does it just empty the graveyard? I thought it was only... Oh, it's exile all cards in all graveyards. Didn't realize that. Okay. That works differently than I expected. Guess we'll just go with this. Now I'm not very confident. I thought that only exiled the stuff it killed, but it exiled everything that went to the graveyard this turn. Ah, so annoying. So we will do this. So that fizzles, we draw a card. So they won't get the life. Mayhem Devil is decent. That's really decent. So we play... Do we play that? Yes, because they can't target it. And they can't counter it right now. Get a couple tokens. Go to combat, attack for 2. And we will sacrifice a token to get a food token. Just in case we get another cat eventually. And the other token goes away. So next turn we can play Mayhem Devil. And when we sacrifice those elemental tokens, they'll take damage from Mayhem Devil. Narset. So no more drawing cards. That's fine. We don't have Midnight Reapers. I think we've been through 2 of them, haven't we? No, not this game. That was last game. That's fine. They're gonna go digging. A land would be pretty good because we could play Mayhem Devil and crack a food token for an extra point of damage. They get Teza. What does that even do? We did get a land. It's been so long since I've seen this card. Exile target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 1 or less, not a concern. And the other thing lets them gain life, which is a concern. So I think we play Mayhem Devil. We get 2 tokens. I'm not gonna waste time with Narset, even though it's really good, because I need to get them dead. So deal 2, get a token, or get a food token, deal a damage, sacrifice that, deal another damage. We can sacrifice a food token to bring them down to 3. The problem is this is going to gain life. Exile 2 target cards from a graveyard, gain 2 life if at least one of them was a creature card. So they're going to go to 6. Most likely. No, they play that instead. Bummer. So that sucks a lot, but we'll sacrifice a food token, gain 2 life, deal a damage. So now I'd love to see like a Judith. Judith would be great. It would make those tokens 2 1s when they're attacking. That'd be pretty good.
Open mind.
We're like so far ahead in terms of life, but this is starting to feel like we're about to lose. There's another Chandra, which doesn't do much. So I think we play this. We play this. We activate this. We attack. This doesn't do much right now, so we're gonna attack them. And then we'll get a food token. And these tokens deal damage when they die, so that's pretty good. What is that for? We're so close, but can't quite get there right now. Can bring them down to 1 next turn if they don't play a creature or gain life. But they do have Kaya, so they do have a way to gain life. They're looking at my planeswalkers. Are they going to blow one up? A Murderous Rider would be disastrous right now. They could blow up a planeswalker and then play... Okay, they don't. That's also not great, though. They can blow up my Chandra, which actually is a concern since we have another one. Yeah.
Another beacon interloper.
So how do we win right now? That's the question. Not gonna sacrifice a food token. This doesn't do it. Can deal 3 to them this turn. Bring them down to 1. Oh wait, no, we win. We win! We win. What am I thinking? So we get 2 tokens. We get a token. We attack for 3. Opponent goes to 1. Sacrifice this. Deal a damage. Good game. Almost didn't see that, but there we go. Okay, we win. See, this deck's tricky, right? Like, there's all kinds of weird, crazy things you can do with it. It's not just like play a cat and sacrifice it over and over again. There's a lot of like technical lines, and I'm sure I play it like an absolute potato. But yeah, that's what this deck plays like when you're actually behind the steering wheel, and it's pretty crazy. Shiny stuff. Always gotta love the shiny stuff. Oh yeah, did I mention I bought the Mastery Pass? I'm disappointed in myself. The only reason I bought it is because there was a bundle deal where you could get like 3,000 gems for 15 bucks, which is how much the Mastery Pass was. So instead of being $20 for the Mastery Pass, it was 15. I was like, okay, fine, I'll pay 15 for it. I'm disappointed in myself, guys. I really am. We're gonna play one more. I don't want this video to be too long. I will probably make another video. Maybe we'll play some best of 1 next time, eventually, and you know, just get a few quick games in. But yeah, I love playing this deck. It's so fun. It's so fun just because there's so many just weird lines you can take to try to win the game. It's a fairly complicated deck, I think, which is weird because I'm a potato Magic player, and I just miss stuff all the time, and I misplay a lot. So liking a deck that's complicated isn't normally my thing, but I just love this deck. It's so fun. This hand's kind of bad. I mean, if we had like a Witch's Oven, it'd be amazing. I'm gonna keep it though, because there's no reason not to. But man, a Witch's Oven in this hand would be an absolute delight. Because we could sacrifice something to claim the firstborn, and then we'd have the Cauldron Cat with Mayhem Devil. I always get lag for like the first minute of a game, I don't know why. I didn't know you could change the color of this pet. Weird, I never see anyone change the color of that one. You could change the color of the owl. It's fancy, this is more appropriate, I guess. Oh yeah, I guess you guys probably noticed I kind of forgot. I just don't pay attention to cosmetics, I guess, I don't know. I kind of forgot I had them. I guess we play this tapped. We attack for 1. They're gonna blow it up. Shock? No? Okay. I looked at their hand. I thought a burn spell was coming. Brineborn Cutthroat. So this is it Flash? Maybe it's an Izzet Spells deck? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I don't normally see Brineborn Cutthroat and Izzet. But I guess that's what we're doing. Come on, give me a Witch's Oven. Oh, that would have been perfect. That would have been perfect timing for a Witch's Oven. I don't need to pay life right now, so we'll do this. I guess we will attack for 1. I suspect they have counter spells. I'm guessing they're a blue-red control deck with Brineborn Cutthroat, so I'm gonna not play Mayhem Devil, and if they play something end of turn, I will Murderous Rider the Cutthroat. Yeah. I have an answer to that. There we go. We're on a level playing field now. My cat is exiled though. Lots of decks are really good at exiling the cat, which is obnoxious. I just want it to stay forever, but I never get to. It's always being exiled. Temple of Epiphany allows them to scry. This hand doesn't do much of anything. We're kind of flooded. Mayhem Devil not doing much. Mayhem Devil kind of janky. Like, it's really, really good when we have our stuff. And when we don't, it's 3 mana, 3/3 that doesn't do anything. Let's run out the cat first. Counterspell. No. Okay, so I'll just run this out. I don't want to run out Mayhem Devil into a counterspell. Mayhem Devil will win us the game if we can get Priest of the Forgotten Gods or Chandra or just any sacrifice outlet, so. Scorching Dragonfire again. Okay. That's why I didn't want to play Mayhem Devil. Opponent does nothing. Oh, that's so good. It's so good. Oh, Mayhem Devil and Chandra is so good. I just can't cast it. Let's, do this. So what do we do? Let's try it. Counterspell. Yep. Yeah. Of course. We go to 16, we'll attack for 1. They go to 15. Upped is fine. So this is it counter burn, Brineborn Cutthroat type of thing. Seems interesting. Not something you typically see, but it's kicking my butt right now. Ooh, look at that. Always better to be lucky than good, guys. So we'll play this. More counterspells. Do they have more counterspells? Okay, that's fine. So that resolves. We'll play this. We'll activate, get 2 tokens. Attack for 2. And then we have to sacrifice them end of turn, which will trigger Mayhem Devil. For 2 more damage. So now I need to sacrifice outlet. Like a Witch's Oven would be perfect, because they'll play that Bone Crusher Giant. We could steal it with Claim the Firstborn, then we could sacrifice it, get 2 tokens, 2 food tokens, and then we could return Cauldron Familiar, and it would just be really good. Witch's Oven off the top. That's what I want. What is this, Gadwick? This isn't Brawl. What are you doing? What is this? Like, what's the... We gotta land. Well, we could steal it, attack for 3, 6, 7, 8. Bring them down to 3. Wait, it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, okay, I guess we do that. We steal. We put tokens out.
Say hi to my fiery
We
friends.
attack for this much. We sacrifice 2 damage. And so long as they can't kill anything this turn, we could just play those, get those tokens from Chandra and sacrifice them. Sacrificing them will end the game. They do have an answer for Mayhem Devil. So now we have to hope they attack for 3. Because if they play like Bone Crusher Giant and attack for 3, they'll still die from... Why is this sideways? I just realized that. This is sideways. It's crooked. What happened? What's going on here? Why is this sideways? Did I just get them to target that? Maybe they have a burn spell. Do they have a burn spell? Please tell me they have a burn spell. Okay. I wish they hadn't, but... Okay, so the opponent's at 1, and Rankle wins the game. Rankle wins here. That's not a Rankle. But we will play it. If we lose this game with the opponent at 1, I'm going to be unhappy. Going to be super unhappy. There's the Bone Crusher Giant. Opponent attacks for 3. We go to 11. A Witch's Oven also wins us the game because we could sacrifice Gutter Bones, get a... Yep. Yep. Does it resolve? Please resolve. Please resolve. Please. No counterspell. Don't do it. You don't have a counterspell. No. 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 They're looking at their hand. Please. I just want this game to be over. That is effective. That's effective. That works. Dang, if only we still had claimed the Firstborn, but I wasted it when I didn't have a Witch's Oven. So we need any creature. Any creature off top. Nope, don't look at my Witch's Oven. Don't look at it. Oh, it's a... Great. Yeah. Yeah, I think we lose. After all of that, I think we lose. Yeah. We don't have any burn spells. We don't have any ways to deal direct damage. Rankle. We have 1 in the deck. 1 Rankle. Here we go. Let's see it. Does that somehow win us the game? It does not. 1 turn sooner and maybe that would have been better. Yeah, because we could have blocked. This doesn't win us the game now. Because we'll just die to combat damage. Unless they try to kill it. Will they try to kill it? Come on. Make the mistake. Burn it off. But not with Scorching Dragonfire. With like a shock. They're looking at their hand a whole lot. No, don't read it. Oh, that... How could you? Alright. Yeah. Dang. So close. But not quite. So, what do we want against this deck? This is probably good because it doesn't matter if it gets countered. Anything that adds tokens is probably decent, but I don't know if it's that great. Sorin's Thirst could be okay for the Brineborn Cutthroat, but I don't think that's the main threat here. So let's do an Underworld Dreams. We'll go down 1, claim the Firstborn. Being fast isn't bad against this deck, so we don't want to cut out anything on the low end. Do we need Woe Strider? And that's pretty good if it gets countered. We can go down to Midnight Reaper because most of the removal is exiling. And they're countering, so it doesn't matter that much. I do have 25 lands in this, by the way, and it feels like too much. Maybe we could down 1 Crook, so it is legendary. We don't need that many. We'll try this. We got to win 2 in a row now. It is pounding rain, so my audio sounds really fuzzy here. That's why. It is pouring. This is okay? Is it? Kind of. Not really. This is kind of terrible. But... it does have Gutter Bones, so aggro is good. So I guess this is fine. We'll play Gutter Bones turn 1. We have Midnight Reaper to draw cards. We'll have Rankle with flying, which is always nice. This doesn't do much. This isn't what this deck is built to do. No sacrifice outlets at all, but it's fine. Put a land back. Hopefully we draw another one. Play Swamp, play Gutter Bones. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a tap land. Love seeing that with the Gutter Bones in play. Passes the turn, there's a Blood Crypt, so we will play one of those tapped. Attack for 2. Yeah, we just like never have anything to do on turn 2. It's all 1-drops and 3-drops in this deck. Curve is kind of not great, but it's fine. Fun to play anyway. See, now that would have been nice to have last turn. Let's play this just in case they try to flash in a Cutthroat and block. I don't think they will. It's very unlikely that they will, but I'd rather have it than not have it. They do flash it in. That's fine. I will happily trade if you want to trade. But they don't. They go to 16. So next turn we could play Rankle. I don't know if it'll resolve. But if it does, we can force them to sacrifice that Cutthroat. But they're going to leave them... oh, they're stuck on lands. Well, that's a bummer. Am I worried about like a Quench? I'm kind of worried about a Quench. But we'll try it. We'll try it. No. Well, this is nice. Brazen Borrower. That's pretty good. I'm still just going to attack. They want to trade the Cutthroat with the... okay, they go to 11. So that's nice. No land would be great. I want to play Rankle and attack without having to worry about the thing, the Brazen Borrower. They do have a land though, and they pay 2 life for it. Well, we might be trading a Rankle for a Brazen Borrower. Opponent attacks for 3, that's fine. There's a land, so we'll play Rankle. And do we play... we could sacrifice... Yeah, this is fine. We'll play this. Do they have something here? Looking at their hand. If they play something, then they can't play Brazen Borrower. And if they can't play Brazen Borrower, then we're going to force them to sacrifice that Cutthroat. Oh, they just burn off. Alright. Sure. So we don't have to worry about Brazen Borrower now. So we'll play this. Drain for 1. Attack for 5. Opponent goes to 3. If we get them right down to 1 or 2 life and they win again, I'm just going to be upset. This is not okay. You can't do this. You can't do this to me. Ah. They can blow up some of my stuff, but I'll draw cards. And I have a Cauldron Familiar to drain, so I don't know if I'm too concerned about that. Like blowing up Cauldron Familiar and Gutter Bones and drawing 2 cards, and both of those can't come back eventually anyway. It's not too big of a deal. That's not what I wanted to see at all. So I think they can't block, right? This can't block stuff without flying. So I guess we just attack. I mean, they're at 3. If they block our biggest one, they die. They're probably gonna have a burn spell, so they'll probably block Midnight Reaper and burn off one of the other creatures. If they block Midnight Reaper and they burn off Gutter Bones, they'll take 1, and then we'll drain them for 1, and they're gonna be at 1 life again. Oh no, they're gonna exile that so I don't draw. God dang it. So they're gonna take 1. They're gonna be at 1 again. That's what's happening. Oh, please block the Cauldron Familiar. Please. Oh no! It's worse than I thought. But they don't even take... That's fine. We'll play this. Drain for 1. Return this. Play this. And I'm not even gonna play the land. Make them think I have something. Doesn't do anything anyway. God dang it. I keep getting them so close. How? Stop this. I just want to win. How could you do this to me? I wish the pet would stay the color that you change it to. That'd be nice. Yep. Yep. So we're probably gonna take 7, go to 10. Chandra wins off the top though. Chandra. That is not a Chandra. It's pretty good, but it's not a Chandra. It's kind of obnoxious. But I think we have to pay 2 life. I want to kill this and get a creature in play. We're going to go to 6 though, which is scary. We're dead in 2 turns from Brazen Borrower. But we are presenting lethal, so that's nice. They can play Bone Crusher Giant and it's no big deal. We had Rankle this game, right? Yeah. So no Rankle off the top to win. Sure. Croaks. Can Croaksa win? Let's see. No, because it's non-land. If they discard a land, they lose life. But they're not going to do that. And I can't, I need, what is it, 5, so we just don't attack. Because that would be stupid. I think we're going to lose this game, though, to this weird, kind of janky, not tier 1 deck. Which is kind of cool. Always like seeing kind of less known, less played decks do cool things. Browse Outburst. Sure. So they can bring us down to 2 if they attack. But if they attack, they lose to a Chandra off the top. I mean, they'll probably attack that. I don't see why they wouldn't, but they didn't. And we draw land. Well, okay. At least they didn't attack, so we're not dead. Unless they have Shock in the deck to deal the extra 2 damage. Yeah, we'd be dead right now. Do they have Shock? Rouse Outburst can target me. Okay. Great. Great. Well, that is Rakdos Aristocrats. Deck's not bad. We couldn't get anything going in that second match there, but yeah, I like this deck a lot. Oh, we get a pack. Oh, well, perfect time to end the video. Let's see what we get in the War of the Spark. I wasn't playing in War of the Spark, so I probably have lots of firsts. Yep. I just didn't play Arena that much in War of the Spark. Also got a wild card, so that's nice. We get Vivian's Arc Bow. Sure, that's a card, I guess. So yeah, there you go, guys. That is Rakdos. We can see here, by the way, this is the mana curve problem I was talking about. Not great. Pretty bad. Mana curve is terrible. We go from 1 to 3 every game. We don't have anything to do on turn 2 unless it's play more 1-drops. But yeah, overall, I really like this deck. I really like playing it even when I'm losing because, I don't know, it's just fun. It's a fun deck. It's a fun deck to play because it feels very solid. Even when like the jankiness isn't working, it feels like a pretty solid deck that just has like some janky, stupid kind of combo-iness going on. So yeah, I really like playing it. I will probably make another video, like a best of 1 video. But in the meantime, thanks for watching everyone, and I will see you in the next one.